The Last Stop Haunted Bus Tales unfolds as a gripping narrative of supernatural suspense that pulls readers into a world of eerie terror. Set in a seemingly mundane town, the story transforms an ordinary bus ride into a spine-chilling descent into the unknown, exploring themes of isolation, fear, and the supernatural. The tale follows Lily, a young woman who works long, late shifts at a local cafe. After a particularly exhausting day, she boards the town's infamous last bus of the night, known as the Last Stop. This bus has a sinister reputation among locals, described in hushed tones as a relic with a dark past. Though Lily has heard the stories, she dismisses them as mere superstition, attributing her unease to her fatigue rather than any other worldly forces. One night, after a grueling shift, Lily finds herself on the last stop, hoping for a quick and uneventful journey home. The bus, old and worn out, is dimly lit and features outdated ads with a decaying interior that radiates an unsettling aura. Lily, though apprehensive, is too tired to be overly concerned and settles into a seat towards the back. As the bus begins its route, Lily observes a few other passengers who seem oddly detached. There's an elderly man with a sorrowful gaze, his eyes reflecting a lifetime of untold stories and regrets. A young woman nervously checking her watch every few seconds, as if she's waiting for something or someone that may never come. And a middle-aged lady with a vacant expression, staring blankly out the window, lost in her own world. Their strange behavior adds to the growing sense of discomfort in the confined space of the bus. The atmosphere feels heavy, almost suffocating, as if the air itself is thick with unspoken words and hidden emotions. Despite the unsettling vibe, Lily's exhaustion soon overcomes her unease. Her eyelids grow heavy and she falls into a light, restless sleep, hoping to escape the eerie ambience, if only for a moment. The first sign of something amiss is a faint, dissonant noise emanating from the bus's engine. Lily wakes to find that the bus is no longer traveling through familiar streets, but has ventured into an eerie, fog-covered landscape. The streetlights outside flicker erratically, and the fog seems to thicken, casting an oppressive shroud over the journey. Lily's sense of dread escalates as the bus navigates through unfamiliar and twisted streets. The passengers around her become increasingly strange. The elderly man starts muttering cryptic phrases about the end of the line, while the young woman becomes increasingly agitated, clutching her chest. The middle-aged lady begins to sob quietly, her tears soaking into her lap. The bus driver, a gaunt figure with a face obscured by shadows, remains unnervingly calm, indifferent to Lily's mounting anxiety. The atmosphere becomes stifling as the bus continues down its unsettling route. The cityscape outside morphs into a nightmarish version of reality, with distorted buildings and shadows that seem to move of their own accord. Lily's growing panic is worsened when she finds her phone is useless. There's no signal, and the clock on the bus is stuck at midnight. A crucial moment occurs when the bus suddenly halts in the middle of an abandoned street. The driver announces that they have reached the final stop, but the location is unrecognizable to Lily. The passengers, now displaying increasingly erratic behavior, begin to exit the bus and vanish into the fog. Paralyzed by fear, Lily realizes she has no choice but to follow them to find a way out. Stepping off the bus, Lily is plunged into a surreal world that seems to defy the laws of time and space. The familiar town she once knew is replaced by a distorted, ghostly landscape where reality is fluid and nightmarish. The fog is thick and oppressive, wrapping around her like a suffocating blanket. Shadows twist and writhe, creating a pervasive sense of being watched. Every step she takes feels like a journey into the unknown, with the eerie silence only broken by distant, haunting whispers. The buildings loom like ancient, forgotten giants, their forms barely visible through the dense mist. Lily's heart races as she navigates this unsettling terrain, unsure of what lies ahead in this surreal, dreamlike world. Lily encounters ghostly apparitions of previous passengers who have met tragic ends, eerie whispers that come from nowhere, and spectral figures trapped in a ceaseless loop. She faces haunting visions of her own fears and regrets, each more unsettling than the last. The climax of the story occurs when Lily confronts the bus driver, who reveals himself as a sinister entity bound to the last stop. The driver explains that the bus serves as a vessel for lost souls, condemned to endlessly traverse a purgatorial realm until they confront their past or seek redemption. In a heart-pounding finale, Lily must make a pivotal choice: accept her fate and join the other damned souls, or find a way to break free from the cycle. Through a courageous act of self-reflection, she confronts her inner demons and manages to escape the nightmare, waking up at a familiar bus stop as dawn breaks. Though she returns to her normal life, the experience leaves her deeply changed, with a new awareness of the fragility of existence and the necessity of confronting one's fears. The Last Stop Haunted Bus Tales concludes with Lily's harrowing journey, leaving readers with an enduring sense of dread and introspection. It's a masterful exploration of fear and redemption, wrapped in a chilling narrative that resonates with its audience. The story delves deep into the human psyche, offering a thought-provoking look at the supernatural and the horrors that lie just beyond the edge of our understanding. As Lily navigates through the eerie, fog-laden streets and the ghostly interiors of the bus, her experiences serve as a stark reminder of the thin veil between reality and the unknown. This tale not only entertains but also challenges readers to confront their own fears and question the nature of the world around them. It's a haunting journey that lingers long after the final page is turned. Pause 1s. In the aftermath of her ordeal, Lily's life was forever changed. She found herself more attuned to the world around her, noticing the subtle shifts in the shadows and the whispers of the wind. The haunted bus ride had opened her eyes to the unseen, and though it left her with a lingering sense of dread, it also brought a newfound strength and resilience. Lily's journey through the nightmarish cityscape was not just a tale of fear, but a story of survival and transformation. As she stepped back into the light of day, she carried with her the lessons learned in the fog and the courage to face whatever lay ahead. The experience had marked her, but it had also empowered her, turning her from a victim of circumstance into a beacon of hope for those who might find themselves lost in the darkness. Pause 3s. Lily's story reminds us all that even in the most terrifying of experiences, there is a path to redemption and a chance to emerge stronger on the other side. Pause 3s. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. Pause 1s. As the years passed, the legend of the haunted bus grew, whispered among those who dared to venture out after dark. The story of Lily and her fateful ride became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the thin veil between our world and the unknown. Some say the bus still roams the city streets on foggy nights, picking up unsuspecting passengers and taking them on a journey through their deepest fears. Others claim to have seen Lily herself, now a guardian of the night, guiding lost souls back to safety. Whether truth or mere folklore, the tale continues to captivate and terrify, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. So the next time you find yourself waiting for a bus on a misty evening, remember Lily's story. Be vigilant, be brave, and perhaps, just perhaps, you'll catch a glimpse of the haunted bus and its spectral passengers. Until then, the legend lives on. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. Pause 1S. As the legend of the haunted bus continues to weave its way through the fabric of urban folklore, new beginnings emerge from the shadows of the past. Inspired by Lily's courage, a community initiative has taken root. Residents now gather to share their own stories of the supernatural, fostering a sense of unity and understanding. These gatherings have led to the creation of a local support group for those who have experienced unexplainable events, offering a safe space to discuss and heal. The once fearful streets are now filled with a renewed sense of hope and camaraderie as people come together to face the unknown, hand in hand. The haunted bus may remain a mystery, but the spirit of resilience and connection it has sparked is undeniable. In the end, it's not just about the legends we tell, but the bonds we form in the process. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Stay curious, stay brave, and keep exploring the unknown. Until next time. Pause 1S. But as the community finds solace in newfound unity, whispers of the haunted bus refuse to fade. Late at night, shadows flicker on the empty streets and the distant hum of an engine echoes in the silence. Some say they've seen the bus, its windows dark and foreboding, gliding through the fog as if searching for lost souls. A reminder that the past is never truly gone, and the mysteries of the unknown still linger, inviting the brave and the curious to uncover their secrets. As one chapter closes, another begins. The haunting continues, and so does the journey into the unknown. Stay vigilant, for the legend lives on. As we come to the end of this journey, we are reminded of the thin veil that separates the known from the unknown. The story of the haunted bus teaches us that some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, lingering in the shadows of our minds. It's a tale that urges us to confront our deepest fears, to question the reality we take for granted, and to respect the unexplainable forces that shape our world. In every legend there's a kernel of truth, and in every truth, a touch of the mystical. So as you go about your daily life, remember to stay curious and open-minded, because sometimes the most extraordinary stories are just waiting to be discovered in the most ordinary of places. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep exploring the unknown.
Nightmare commute. Terror on the midnight bus unravels as a haunting tale of suspense and the supernatural that captures readers' imaginations from the very beginning. Set in a tranquil, yet seemingly ordinary city, the story contrasts the mundane with the extraordinary, delivering a spine-chilling narrative that delves into themes of fear, solitude, and the unknown. The narrative centers around Alex, a fatigued office worker accustomed to the monotony of his daily grind. His routine involves long hours at his desk job, followed by a late-night journey home aboard the city's notorious midnight bus, a service that operates in the wee hours for those with no other options. Known locally for its unsettling reputation, the midnight bus is a relic from a bygone era, featuring an aging fleet and an erratic schedule that feels more surreal than functional. Despite his skepticism about the bus's eerie lore, Alex finds himself on it one fateful night after an exceptionally draining day at work. His choice to board the midnight bus is driven more by exhaustion than intention. He misses his regular stop and ends up on the dimly lit, creaky vehicle as it rumbles through the city's deserted streets. The bus, adorned with faded and grotesque advertisements from yesteryears, radiates an aura of neglect and decay. The passengers on the midnight bus are an eclectic mix of drifters and outcasts, each seemingly trapped in their own secluded worlds. Initially overshadowed by his fatigue, Alex starts to notice disturbing irregularities as the journey progresses. The bus veers off its familiar route, traversing through unfamiliar neighborhoods, and the outside weather turns increasingly ominous, with thick fog blanketing the streets. As the night grows darker, Alex's sense of unease intensifies. The other passengers, silent and motionless, begin to exhibit peculiar behaviors. One passenger, a gaunt man with vacant eyes, incoherently mutters about the end of the road. Another, a woman in ragged clothing, silently weeps without ever making eye contact. The bus driver, an unsettlingly calm figure, with a face shrouded in shadows, remains disturbingly indifferent to the escalating fear. The atmosphere becomes palpably oppressive as the bus continues its unsettling journey. The once familiar cityscape morphs into a bizarre and twisted version of reality, with distorted buildings and shadows that move independently of their sources. Alex's growing anxiety is compounded when he finds that his attempts to use his phone for help or to check the time are in vain. The signal is lost, and the bus's clock has stopped at midnight. A critical moment occurs when the bus halts abruptly in the middle of an eerie, desolate street. The driver announces their arrival at a destination unrecognizable to Alex. The passengers, now displaying increasingly erratic and disturbing behavior, begin to disembark and vanish into the fog. Paralyzed by fear, Alex realizes he must follow them to find a way out. Stepping off the bus, Alex is thrust into a nightmarish realm that defies the bounds of time and space. The city is a warped version of reality, with distorted structures and shadows that defy logic. Alex encounters embodiments of his deepest fears and regrets, each more haunting than the last. He faces ghostly apparitions from his past, including a vision of his younger self, missed chances and unrealized dreams. The climax unfolds when Alex confronts the bus driver, who reveals himself as a malevolent entity tethered to the midnight bus. The driver explains that the bus serves as a vessel for lost souls, doomed to repeat their final journey until they come to terms with their past or seek redemption. The midnight bus is not merely transportation, it's a purgatory for those ensnared between worlds. In a gripping conclusion, Alex faces a crucial decision: accept his fate and join the ranks of the damned, or find a way to escape the cycle. Through a desperate act of introspection and bravery, Alex confronts his inner demons and manages to break free from the nightmare, awakening on a familiar street corner as dawn breaks. He is profoundly transformed by the experience, gaining a newfound appreciation for the fragility of life and the importance of facing one's fears. Nightmare Commute. Terror on the Midnight Bus leaves readers with an enduring sense of dread and introspection about fear and redemption. It is a masterful exploration of the horrors that lurk just beyond our understanding, wrapped in a narrative that is both profoundly disturbing and thought-provoking.